Welcome everyone to beautiful Windsor, Ontario for today's coverage of another mini tournament. Humber, Fanshawe, St. Clair all in town here in Windsor, Ontario. Today it's the Humber Hawks to lead things off against the St. Clair Saints here on We Digital. I'm Justin Prince, happy to have you with us for today's coverage as we get set for what is expected to be a competitive day. Whether it's with St. Clair coming off back-to-back national championships, the defending bronze medalists in town, or whether it's the Fanshawe Falcons looking to flex their muscles here today in the Road City. Humber, the visiting team, St. Clair, the home team for this opening matchup of the day today. Let's take a look at the lineups. Leo Farrell will start things off today. She'll be followed in the lineup today by Reese Valachi. Then it's Riley DeVries, followed by Amelia Russo, River Johnston, Molly Greer. Then it's Melissa Honfeld. Then rounding up the lineup, Jessica Larond and Shay Hilbert. Your flex and pitcher today is Shade Hansen. That's a look at the lineup for the Humber Hawks today. The St. Clair Saints, meanwhile, 2-0 to start the season. Here's how they will line up today. It will be Coombs, LaFleur, and Cameron in the outfield yet again today. They kept that pattern up much of the way. You also have today Grondin at third base, first base, Yamera. Then Shaylin Murphy at short. Second base is the flex today, Ashton Fawn. Your catcher will be Zanaya Johnson. Pitcher, Kirsten Kipfer. Speaking of the pitcher today, Kipfer, one of the first-year players for a St. Clair squad with just 6 returning players coming into this season. Here in her third game already for the Saints in this ball game. You see her warming up at center screen right now. Kipfer had an ERA of 1.4 to start the season. Just 2 runs allowed, 1 earned in 5 innings of work to start off the campaign. 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. It's her first official start as a Saint today. Both of her appearances yesterday came in the 4th inning in what were 9 and 10 run victories. We're all set to go as the Humber Hawks look to start things off, getting above 500. We start things off with the ball. At a 10:58 opening pitch, 1-0 to start. Farrell, one of the first-year players for the Humber Hawks program. Watching that one 2-0. Humber yesterday a 12-1 victory against Lambton. Then they had a loss to Conestoga. To the gap in left center. In for a base hit to start. And Farrow starts things off in the hit category for the Hawks. That will bring up Valachi. Humber yesterday, in both their games, mind you, had 19 combined hits. The team that can get on base and get on base quickly. It's just been the matter of scoring. We've seen in the Conestoga game their first loss, 2-1 on the season. 2-0 the count at the plate. Valachi so far 4 hits in 7 at-bats this season. And yet to see one below the letters, 3-0. On the 3-0. And that one sees the raised hand there. 3-1. Runner at first. Nobody out top of the first inning. Start of the ball game and the start of a triple header here in Windsor. Murphy makes the play, throws it to second, and airmail trying to get it to first. As that one just about goes into the dugout. Fielder's choice on the play. That'll be the first out of the inning from that one. The throw made over to Fawn. before it gets airmailed to Amera. DeVries now up. Breeze in her third year in the OCAA. It's that one called for a strike, 0-1. Popped up. And that one goes out of playable territory. The at-bat continues. Watches that one for a ball. 1-2 is the count. Breeze last season, 32 hits. Also picked up 7 doubles. Gets the called strike in the bottom corner. 2 outs now in the inning. Humber does have a runner at second with that initial situation. So, Russo, third baseman, up to the plate. Up the middle, base hit. Stop sign at third. And Russo gets a single, second hit for the Hawks today.
First base, number 16, Johnston.
Good contact by the third baseman. Russo yesterday had the most at-bats out of anybody with 9. With 5 hits, already hitting above 500 on the season. Now at the plate is Johnston. Starts off speed a bit with it. Missed the corner. 1-0. That one nearly rolls to her. 2-0. Johnston so far 375 on the season, 3 for 8 on opening day. Also picked up an RBI and a walk on the day. So, can she try and get a run in? Ball squirts away. Runners stay in position though. 3-0. Runners at the corners in position. That one in for strike 1.
She was talking about she wanted to come to St. Clair, but I don't think she was in position for it. As good as she is.
On the 3-1, solid contact to Murphy. Throw over to Umara. Gets the out on the 6-3. That retires the side. 2 runners left aboard on 2 hits. 3, in fact, on the 2 hits on the scoreboard. As the Humber Hawks not able to bring in the runs to start the ball game. St. Clair keeps it even. Welcome back, everyone, to Windsor as we head to the bottom of the first inning. St. Clair Saints ready to come to the plate here in this ball game.
Murphy.
They'll be facing the top pitcher and the top rookie for 2023, Shade Hansen, a 10-1 record last season, an ERA below 1, 0.57 in 12 appearances and 11 starts. She'll face Murphy to start things off. Murphy to right field. Flies out to begin the outing.
The designated player number 26.
Now,
Ashley
Hansen going to be difficult to face. 127 strikeouts last season. As you see, she also has the ability to be able to make weak contact. So, Ashley Marchand, the designated player to start things off today. Now up to the plate. Down low, below the knees. 1-0.
The pitcher and the batter played on the same team this summer.
On the 1-0. Called a strike low. 1-1. Marchand yesterday, 4 at-bats, 3 hits. Also picked up a double. That one tight, 2-1. St. Clair's offense averaging about .413 to start the year. New look roster, that one missing, 3-1. On the 3-1. And that is a rare walk from Hansen. She had just 6 last season. What he has her first of the game today. Hansen also had 4 walks yesterday in 2 games. Now she faces the only player yesterday to hit a home run in the league, Reese Grondin. Grondin starts off with a strike, throw over to first, nearly went high. Grondin was near perfect as well when at the plate. Grondin yesterday, 750, 6 for 8 at the plate. Hit a double, a triple, and that homer. 7 RBIs to begin the campaign. That's the best in the province by 4. Popped away, 0-2. As the pitcher's count swings around, may have made contact with it. Foul ball. Stays 0-2. Corners tucked in for the 0-2. Grondin fouls it away. It stays 0-2. Grondin in her second year of eligibility. Seen limited playing time last season after being recruited from St. Thomas of Villanova. That one tight. That one for the first ball of the count. 1-2. Swings through it. First strikeout of the game for Hansen.
Number 14. Ada
And this brings up Imera. Now coming up to the plate. Mera, 4 for 6 start to the season. Yesterday with 2 doubles. Starts with a strike. 0-1. Expected to be an impact first-year player from Maple, Ontario. Fouled away, and another pitcher's count, 0-2. You got her. Strike 3, and that retires the first inning. 2 strikeouts so far for Shade Hansen. As we head to the top of the second. Again, no score here on Weed Digital after an inning to play. Expect this to be a tight one here today. And we get ready for the top of the second. So far, Kipfer, 2 hits allowed to add to her 4 from yesterday. About 2 per game on average. We'll see how long she stays in here as several of the teammates get photos down below. It will be Greer in the lineup, then lined up by Hanfeld, followed up in the order by LaRonde.
Leading off for the Hawks. Second base, number 11, Marley Greer.
Marley Greer set to lead things off. St. Clair and Humber working quickly to be able to get through these middle innings and top of innings. First pitch, tries to get the bottom corner. 1-0 the count. Fouled away, that evens it up, 1-1. Greer, just 2 at-bats yesterday, played in both games though. Had 3 walks, hence the low total for the at-bats. Strike 2. That towards the very edge of the outside of play. The 1-2 goes to the backstop, 2-2. Greer is a threat to steal a base if she gets aboard, mind you. One of 2 players for Humber to pick up stolen bases to start the season. On the 2-2. To right center. The veteran LaFleur tracks it down for the first out. That now brings up Hanfeld. As you see, calls for it, tracks it, gets a good beat on it. Very minimal wind today compared to yesterday's wind gusts on a cool day. Hanfeld, meanwhile, yesterday, a 1-for-4 hitter. Up high. 2-0. 2-0. On the hitter's count. To LaFleur again in center. Has to step back for it. Back-to-back F8s.
The catcher, number 13, Jessica.
That will bring up Jessica LaRonde.
That's what I thought on the first one. I thought she lost the sun. That's exactly what I thought.
LaRonde, one of the first years for the Humber Hawks program. Swings aggressively on the first pitch, 0-1. Yesterday, she went hitless. She was one of 3 Hawks to start the season without a hit. Popped up to the edge of the mesh and tracked down by Yamera. And that ends the top of the second in order. So far, no score. Just 2 hits combined in the first inning and a half here on Weed Digital. No score. So we head to the bottom of the second. St. Clair Saints ready to bring up Cameron Coombs, Kirsten Kipfer, Judy LaFleur. Part of their order here. LaFleur yesterday, of note, hit both games second of the order. They have swapped things around, trying to see if they can spark some things in the offense for St. Clair, it looks like, today. Fleur yesterday in the closer, after all, went 0-for-3 with a walk. Then in the first game, she ended up having
2 hits on a 2-for-4 day. We'll see what the offense can do here. This was a part of the offense that seen some sputtering, but also had some interesting quirks to it. A lot of 2-out rallies from St. Clair's offense against both Mohawk and Sheridan.
Leading off for your Saints. Left fielder number 12.
Ready to lead things off? Cameron Coombs. Coombs had their most at-bats yesterday. In total, had 4 as well. 2 hits, 3 runs scored. That starts with a strike, 0-1. On the 0-1 from Hansen. Had to back up a touch, 1-1. One and one. Swings through it. 1-2. Hansen looking for her 3rd straight strikeout here. Works fast this time. Got a piece of it for a foul. Spoil it away. 1-2 still. On the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and there's the 3rd straight strikeout from Hansen. And power on full display from the rubber. As that brings up Kirsten Kipfer. Kipfer, the pitcher, so far keeping Humber at bay. Swings through the opposing pitcher's first pitch. Kipfer yesterday walked to get aboard, picked up 3 RBIs. Part of the victories. Hard foul ball back to the screen. 0-2. Pitchers count galore so far, and 4 straight strikeouts for Hansen. That very quickly brings up Judy LaFleur. Has touched upon a 2-for-7 day for LaFleur, but she picked up 3 stolen bases to lead the team to start the season. 1-0. Shows bunt. Pulling it back in time, it appears. 2-0. A rare hitter's count, and LaFleur fouls it back, 2-1. On the 2-1, LaFleur chops it over to short, gets in for an infield single.
The right fielder number 7, Brock Cameron.
Blanchi couldn't get it thrown over in time. And a 2-out hit against St. Clair in the hit category. Now to the plate, Brooke Cameron. Cameron pops it up. And tracked down in the shade by Johnston. 2 innings complete. And both offenses starting off solidly quiet. But a pitcher's duel, at least to start. After 2 innings play, you're watching We Digital No Score here at OCAA Softball. but he was also an All-American, second team. And this time to right. Forward back line this time.
Gets across the original line of scrimmage. Tackle just shy of the first down.
Burrell looks for a spot. Burrell shoots it and scores on the near side.
One mistake ends up booking a trip to the prairies.
Saints Nation getting ready for what's expected to be a busy semester of classes in the past week. Start of new semesters underway as Shea Hilbert gets things underway here in the top of the third inning. The center fielder. 2 strikes are ready to the count. 0-2 for the third-year player from Waterloo. And yesterday, she went hitless, but picked up 2 walks, struck out 3 times. Make it 4. Second strikeout of the game for Kipfer.
The left fielder, number 12.
And that brings up Farrow. Farrow, last time up, hit a single. Half swung on it. Murphy plays it at short. Thrower to first, gets the out.
Thank you. Number 7, Reese Valachi.
6-3 ground out quickly to 2 outs in the inning. Now to the plate is DeVries, the first strikeout victim of the game, or I should say Valachi is up, who had a fielder's choice. 1-0 to start. Valachi pops straight up, and welcome to the grandstand. That ended up knocking over somebody's water bottle in the grandstands. No harm, no foul. Well, except for the fact it was a foul ball. One and one. High drive to left. But tracked down by Coombs. Can't get the grab. Bounces just in front of her. Valachi gets aboard on a double. First extra base hit this season. And we'll see. She doesn't wear sunglasses, mind you, and there's a lot of sun out there today. That bounced in front of her by a step and a half. DeVries now up, by the way. Foul back. As talked about before, she struck out last time up. By the way, speaking of the wind, it's twirled the flag around, and it's back. It's back blowing towards the right field foul pole today. Foul back a second time, 0-2. Top of the third inning, 2 outs here. Quickly breezing through the start of this one. Just missed the corner. 1-2.
Yeah.
1 minute it's there, the next minute it's not.
I hear you.
It seems like the tighter they are to the plate, the more it gives it to them.
Chops it to third. Played by Grondin. Throw over to Yamera. Gets the 5-3. And 2.5 innings quickly come and gone. Nobody able to score yet, but so far, Humber leads in the hit category. Will that change soon? We'll see as we enter the bottom of the third inning here on We Digital. And it looks like we get things set for the future because guess what? In the future, on the 19th, it's some OHL preseason action. Flint Firebirds in town to take on the Spitfires. That'll be in LaSalle. A 7:05 puck drop. Go to WeDigital.ca to learn more. Doug Wiseman coaching up his squad after a one-hit first 2 innings. And we'll see if the pep talk gets the bats rolling. The 9, 1, and 2 hitters are due up. Johnson, Murphy, and Marchand. Keep in mind, Jackson yesterday ended up having just 1 hit. Murphy picked up 2 hits. Marchand, as talked about, walked last time up to get her to base, but had 3 hits.
Leading off, the catcher number 9, Zanaya.
The catcher, Jackson, now to the plate. That one starts off missing the corner. 1-0. Jackson did get a double on her 1 hit to start off her St. Clair career yesterday. Rice ball misses. 2-0. Check to the watch. 2-0. That one gets called a strike as it bounced to the backstop. 2-1. Two and one. Try to get the same location. Didn't get the same call. 3-1. On to 3-1.
Okay, give me a number.
Walks her aboard. Jackson now to base.
I did that too. That's ironic.
Back to the top for your shortstop, number 28.
That brings up Shaylin Murphy. Murphy flew out to right last time up. And stealing a base is Jackson. No throw on the attempt either, so that's her first stolen base of the season. Comes the 4th Saint to get a stolen base. Attempt 2 at least. Now walks away. And the runner's walked off here.
What happened to the runner? Did she lead off?
There's a confusion in the score stand here. 2-0. No more runner at second here.
She must have let off.
Up the middle, Murphy, base hit.
Matt, there's one out.
And they have confirmed that there might have been a leadoff. So remember, you see with softball that players don't have the leadoff off base. Take a look. They called her out before she even started running. Just after she pushed on from the base, they say she might have gotten a leadoff. So there is a runner now aboard, at first at least. Swing and a miss for Marchand. Marchand so far reaching via walk. Bounces and gets underneath the catcher. Shaylin Murphy thought about going but didn't go. 1-1's the count on the scoreboard. On the throw, Marchand, and waved off. They had fouled first foul for the Bounce, 1 and 2.
Well, like I said, the only thing it'll screw up is if they need it for stats, the pitcher just misses it. Like, give the pitcher a pick off instead of.
Called strike 3. Hansen yet again with the strikeout. That's her 5th.
Third base, number 7.
2 outs now in the inning.
Grondin.
So Marchand struck out.
Reese Grondin now coming up, calls time.
Yeah, Marchand struck out.
Did you get Shays there?
Just throw her out at second base.
Yeah, you can caught stealing.
Grondin chopped to short. Once she makes the throw, this time gets it to Johnston, and the side is retired. So St. Clair does get a hit in the inning,
Are you able to get her out?
but not able to get them past first. Almost a double pump there to get the throw. We head to the top of the 4th inning. No one able to break through. It's time to go sprinting if you're St. Clair.
Caught leading. You put pick off, but it keeps her at second.
And we just got the confirmation up from several trying to get confirmation from the umpires on the scoring that it was too big of a lead on the jump, essentially. Pushed off, trying to get a lead on the run, and they are that's considered, at least in the box score, as a caught stealing, as you cannot do that to get that big of a jump.
Well, I know, because we were like, well, pick off, because.
So,
Stealing before the steal, but
that's why St. Clair lost a base runner all of a sudden there. Russo, Johnston, Greer do up the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. This grouping so far, 1 for 3 day.
Marchand struck out.
Russo now comes up to the plate.
About right now is number 2.
Starts off with a strike, this time low corner, 0-1.
between catering and. She would have scored on the single by.
On the 0-1. Swings hard inside, 0-2. On the 0-2. Gets a good piece of it down the line for a base hit. Doesn't stretch it. It's a single.
Picked up by phone. That came in hot.
The designated player.
Got a good piece of contact at a good position down the line.
First base, number 16, River Johnston.
River Johnston to come up.
Pitcher's name? Shady Hansen.
Watch that one for a ball, 1-0. Ground out last time for Johnston. She sets up at the very edge of the batter's box. Up high, 2-0.
You got Johnson up, number 16?
Tries to get the corner. Doesn't this time. 3-0. On deck is Greer.
Yeah, I think they know about River. They haven't given her much to hit.
Not a pitch there.
Nothing doing to Johnston. This at bat this time to get a high strike. 3-1.
If in doubt, I jammed here like this.
Yeah.
You know? Nothing hit that. Look at how far back she is off the plate though.
On the 3-1. Gets caught for a ball. Humber wanted to go for a steal regardless that time. Doesn't matter. And that brings up Greer. 2 runners now aboard for the Hawks. Greer goes for bunt, pulls it back. And St. Clair was ready for it just in case. They started sprinting Grondon.
Hey, they moved perfectly.
1-0 is the count. This time, there's the strike to add to the board. 1-1.
Fan shot, Humber.
On the 1-1. Chopped over to Fawn. Throws to Yamera. Gets the 4-3. But that's going to put both runners in scoring position now with 1 out of the inning. Feld now up to the plate. Last time up, flew out to Judy LaFleur. Up high strike to begin. 0-1. Oh and 1 is the count. On the 0-1, it rolls. 1-1. Jackson having to play the block there. That one too tight inside. 2-1. On the 2-1. Gets a low strike. 2-2. The 2-2. Gets underneath it on the swing. Strikes out. 2 gone now with the inning.
The catcher, number 13, Jessica Baron.
This one gets away, but the runners don't advance. LaRon now up at the plate. One and 0. And fouled away. 1-1. Again, 1-1 is the count. Gets another swing and miss out of it. 1-2. Humber trying to get loud. On the 1-2. Called strike 3. Kipfer gets the top corner. And that retires the top of the 4th inning.
No runs, a hit, 2 runners left.
2 runners left aboard after one more Humber hit. And St. Clair keeping the Hawks at bay about halfway through this softball game. The work is on to try and get ready for the bottom of the 4th inning here. Can St. Clair get the advantage? Who will get an advantage is the huge question. The way this ball game is going. Mara, Coombs, Kipfer due up. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters in order. So far, combined 6 hits on the ball game, by the way. 4 of them for the Humber Hawks, 2 for the St. Clair Saints, with how things have produced here in this one.
Leading off for your Saints. First base.
Leading
number
off,
14,
Umera.
Umera.
Umera's trying to get aboard here for the first time today. Struck out last time up. And a swing and a miss on one inside, 0-1 to start. On the 0-1, gets underneath this one, 0-2. Another pitcher's count from Humber. Popped up, gets over the fence. On the 0-2. Misses low, 1-2. Down the left field line, on contact for a base hit.
The left fielder, number 12, Cameron.
Umera gets aboard on the base knock and leads off the inning with St. Clair's third hit today. Now to the plate, Coombs. Coombs struck out last time up. Tried to reach on a bunt, it looked like there, 0-1. Oh, and 1. Called strike 2. On the 0-2. 3 straight strikes and another strikeout. That's 6.
Pitcher number 8, Kirsten Kipper.
That brings up Kipfer. Starts off speed outside, 1-0.
Our number 10 batter, his first pitch is fast. Not a great hitter, though. Never get on. Great guy on our bench is about 4 feet tall. So every time he come up, I pinch it.
Bounces back with a strike, 1-1.
And I put the first baseman back on and steal. We did 3 games straight. Worked every time. Yeah. Strikes was like that big.
On the 1-1. Popped up, out of play, and to the pathways at the sports park. 1-2.
I think you only can pitch
Off speed upstairs, 2-2.
so he's probably thinking he might have to do it in 7.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, we always did it past the 5th and on. We weren't sure.
Kipfer bounces it off the pitcher, but caught. How about that?
Number 18, Judy LaFleur.
That might count as a line out with how that one was on velocity. Hansen getting a little bit gymnastic with it.
Those are the ones I give the kids when you get some of these.
2 outs now in the inning. Judy LaFleur up. 0-1. Or 1-0, should say. That doesn't get called a strike.
Do it all the way around, all 4.
LaFleur hit a single last time up.
It's usually one-handed. That's why I can do it.
Gets the strike this time, 1-1. On the 1-1. Low. 2-1.
It doesn't have any Saints logo on it or anything. That's it. No, I told her. I want to get that dressed up. Or Gators.
2-1. Gets another strike up the middle. 2-2.
Come on, Judy, little folk, in the gap, in the gap.
Down the line, but foul. Stays 2-2. Two outs, one runner on a 2-2 count. LaFleur hits it to second. Greer's throw bounces. Still gets the out. They say that's on the transfer. Fielder's choice on the throw, and that retires the side. Take a look. See, shuffle past, gets the grab, and then this is where it bounces, is that transfer as mentioned. Fourth inning complete. No score. Still here in Windsor. And will anybody score? Is the big question. Well, the answer is eventually. But who? It's to be determined here on We Did It All. No pitching change, by the way. Kipfer stays up on the rubber. She did have at least 4 innings in one outing yesterday. With St. Clair's rotation essentially all going to be newcomers this season, it will be interesting who will eventually come in for her, if at all. So we lead things off with the 9, 1, and 2 hitters again. Hippert, Farrow, Veloci, I should say. Outside to start, 1-0. Way up high, 2-0.
Good enough to make me buy the shoes. I have them actually. My basketball shoes.
2-0. Caught for a strike, 2-1. Way up high, 3-1. 3-1 is the count. Gets caught for strike 2. On the full count, that goes way to the backstop.
Left fielder number 12, Malia Farrow.
That brings up Farrow. 1 for 2 so far for Farrell today. Showed a bunt for a split second, throw to first, called safe. Take a look. Was a solid amount of distance from the bag for a moment, hence the throw. And now she goes as that one hits the turf. Takes the stolen base. 2 balls. And 1 strike now.
Take the EV golfer for food. I'm worried if it needs a charge though. I don't want to get straight on the highway.
Way up high, 3-0.
Trails. No one's stopping to pick me up. They're all laughing at me. They're all laughing at me. Don't give me a hit, please. I tried.
On the 3-1. That one misses again. Back-to-back walks now for Kipfer.
No shortstop number 7. Reese Valachi.
Last time up for her now at the plate in Valachi. It was a double. And it looks like Doug Wiseman wants to talk things through here. So we'll see what this does here. If Kipfer is able to settle down, this is the 2nd straight inning. 2 runners aboard, at least, with no outs. Last time she got out of the jam.
What do you think? You think she's enough?
After the double, given the situation, it's not a bad idea.
Set to get back going. Starting things up. Heading away. Valachi fouls it away to start. 0-1. On the 0-1, shows bunt, has to leap over it, hits her. And that loads the bases here.
Right fielder number 15, Riley DeVries.
And so that will bring up Riley DeVries.
Nobody else.
DeVries hits it to Murphy. Gets the force at home. Throw to first. Can't get there.
She's on base for fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice on the play. Gets the first out.
Third base number 2, Amelia Russo.
But the base is still loaded now for Amelia Russo. Pops it up. Hits the screen. 0-1.
So we got Russo off the plate?
Popped up this time, playable. Jackson gets it, 2 gone.
First base number 16, River Johnston.
River Johnson.
And now to the plate,
Where to put her?
River Johnston.
Pull full Barry Bonds and walk her with the bases loaded.
It's hard to jam her. Look at how far back she
I
is.
know, I think that's why she does it.
Johnston starts off with a foul ball, 0-1. Last time up, she walked.
He's throwing curveballs over the outside.
You gotta work the outside when you're that far away, I think.
Have it break off the plate, make it chase.
Up high, missed, 1-1. On the 1-1, way inside, nearly hit her. 2-1. Trying to establish the vision for the plate.
Oh gosh, this is the game right here.
I think so.
Big at bat continues with a 2-2.
This is, and it's just huge for confidence.
There's some saying up here this could be a pivotal moment of the game. Bases loaded. Nobody's been able to get bases loaded today. 2 outs, though, with 2 strikes. 2 balls as well.
Yes!
Gets her. Strike 3. Johnson out.
Right there, that was something else.
Riley Johnston strikes out to end the top of the inning.
No runs, no hits. 3 left.
No hits in the inning, but Kipfer gets out of the jam. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Humber's offense establishing itself with base runners. What will St. Clair's response be in the bottom of the 5th inning? As the pitching duel continues. Now we'll see what happens here with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. Brooke Cameron, Jackson, Shaylin Murphy, all due up. By the way, the wind is absolutely gusting now towards right field. It has picked up in a hurry after no wind to start the ball game.
Leading off, the right fielder number 7, Brooke Cameron.
Now at the plate, Brooke Cameron. Cameron chops it through for a base hit.
The catcher number 9.
Cameron gets aboard on that one. Runner at first, nobody out. One takes some wild bounces to slip on by the shortstop in Valachi. Jackson now to the plate, shows bunt. Pulled back in time, caught a ball. On the 1-0. This time caught a strike, didn't pull it back in time. Big gap up the middle with the shift. The 1-1. This time holds back the bat, 2-1. No bunt attempt there. Jackson so far has reached via walk, but it's called out via a leadoff on a stolen base attempt after. This time she bunts, this time jabs it at foul for the second strike, 2-2.
I think there she was kind of bunt for hit. All she had to do was put the ball on the ground.
On the 2-2. Swings through it for a strikeout. And there's been a strikeout in every inning so far from Hansen.
Murphy.
7 so far for Hansen on the game, and she faces Shaylin Murphy. Murphy watches that one. Called a strike, 0-1. 1 for 2 so far today. The 0-1 bounces, 1-1. Hansen not giving in so far. The 1-1 gets the inside corner. 1-2. On the pitcher's count, Murphy sizzles it off of Johnston. Might have a throw at second. Called out. Brooke Cameron called out after the slide.
The designated player number 26, Ashley
Murphy Sizzler
Marshall.
goes for naught.
Fielder's choice. And 9-4, 9-6 seconds.
So a fielder's choice is the call on this,
Fortunately,
on the play.
because there was an out. Fortunately.
They take a force out in that situation. So, that was a tough call in the first place, but Marchand is up at the plate, and it looks like they won a conference. Marchand so far, a walk and a strikeout in this game.
The pitch at Marshall with the ball.
Tight, but 2 in. 2-0 is the count now.
We'll be sending Shea pretty soon, you know. 2 out.
Murphy looks in position. It is a hitter's count. Doesn't jump here, but foul it away. 2-1. On the 2-1. Murphy underneath it on the swing. 2-2.
Come on, Ashley. Come on now, kid. She's got to be going this
2-2 with 2 outs. The throw to second bounces into center, but it's strikeout at the plate. It doesn't matter. So 1 hit, a runner left aboard, and another opportunity goes for naught. Neither side giving in from the rubber. No score after 5. Marley Greer now up at the plate as the Humber Hawks start off this top of the 6th inning with a flyout. And F7 begins things. And Feld next up, followed by LaRonde. And so far, it's been a pitcher's duel for the most part. Kipfer last time loaded the bases without a hit, though. Was able to get out of the jam despite said bases loaded. She rolls this. And Feld now at the plate, 0 for 2 so far with the strikeout.
I think we go extra innings over the tie, I think.
2-0. 2-0 is the count.
They're used to games like this. Of course, we did too. Thomas Golden.
And that's below the knees. 3-0.
No walks.
Hitter's count turns to a strike, 3-1. On the 3-1, it's way too high. And first time someone's at the bases now for this inning. Comes with one out at the top of the 6th. And one of the coaches has come out to talk things over here. And it looks like we have a change. Claudia Hansen, one of the first-year players, being brought out from Port Perry. So they make the scores change before they can get back going here, just confirming it with the scores table. They've also brought in a pinch runner here. Victoria Lopez has been brought in as a pinch runner, as this will see her run. Ball 1.
16 always was it.
And this time swings at one tight inside, 1-1. That one clips the outside part of the plate, 1-2. And way up high on a moon ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Second out of the inning. 6 for Kipfer. Starts off missing, 1-0.
Are we going to bring all the trouble again? I don't really hope it's a high average hitter.
On the 1-0, gets the corner, 1-1.
For batters, there's no way you should hit that.
I just don't know what the strike zone is. That's worse than yeah, like I don't care if it's a bad strike zone, just be a consistently bad one.
This time outside again, 1-2.
You know, I'd throw another one out there. In fact, I'd throw maybe a couple more inches, but throw it. Hey, he's getting it. If you're the catcher, you just get really excited to head off.
On the 1-2. This time shakes it off. 2-2.
Yeah. I guess he wants to make the game exciting.
On the 2-2. Way outside, 3-2.
Okay, you don't want to go to the top of the order. You gotta get it.
And keep in mind, Hilpert has the top of the order, waiting if they can get it. And they will see top of the order.
The left fielder, number 12, Malia Farrell.
Farrow now up to the plate. Two aboard, 2 outs, top of the 6th. No one's been able to score. Humber has now had 6 base runners in the past 2 innings without a hit. 0-1. On the 0-1, tried to aim for the second row. 1-1. Cloud starting to settle. The ball having to settle up high. Taken by Grondin. And St. Clair gets out of another jam. The 3rd straight inning. There's been at least multiple base runners aboard. No hits, 2 runners left on, no errors. And we sprint our way to the bottom of the 6th inning. As we get ready to see, can anybody score a run? Will anybody slip up? Remember, Hansen just one time lost in 2023 in a rookie year. Due up in this order, Grondin, Mara, Coombs. Just got confirmation or re-entry for both of those brought in the last inning. So Jessica Rond will stay in. To the plate this time, Reese Grondin, who is 0 for 2 today. You just see how big the cloud impact is and how quickly these clouds come. Grondin chops it to short. Throw to first, not in time. And the throw from Valachi, not able to get there in time, leads to an infield single. Second time she's had to go for a slide on the turf, and the second time it's led to a safe call. Mara now up. 1 for 2 so far, gets an inside strike again. 0-1. Strike calls have been coming tight in that part of the plate today. Goes fastball again, this time aimed a little bit more inside. 2 inside, 1-1. On the 1-1, gets the outside corner. 1-2.
It makes it hard on the hitters.
It's impossible. Because now you got to swing at anything she throws.
Pitcher's count again. Takes the swing. The force out at second. They can't get the double up though. Fielder's choice and another runner at first. Amara now on the base. 5-4. As Russo makes the play. And they've called for a pinch runner. Molly Casillas is now in. So the pinch runner will now set things up with Coombs up at the plate. It looks like they've called for a pinch hitter too. Dana Juarez to pinch hit.
Dana Juarez.
I got 24 in for 14. Yep. And 2 is in for 12.
Will the pinch hitter work? Will the pinch runner get a chance to run? They thought about it. Throw goes out to right field. All the way to second on the wild throw goes Casillas, and St. Clair has one in scoring position here. Throw missed the glove of Johnston by a couple inches. Runner at second. 1-0 is the count. Down low, way low for a strike. 1-1. On the 1-1. Swings it one high, pops it up to the parking lot. 1-2. And Hansen sees something. And I think Hansen's calling for a new ball. Fresh ball for a big moment.
Come on, Dana. Make yourself an instant wonder.
On the 1-2. Popped up again. And this one will try and become a car. It's still 1-2. Hansen wants that ball back too. She does not want to give up that fresh ball. Doesn't matter if it became a car just now.
Come on, Dana. Make yourself a legend.
Juarez has one tight, missed it. 2-2.
Yeah, well, he would have been calling that a strike there. If she's a little tight in the legs.
On the 2-2. Too low. 3-2. Juarez to third. Russo throw to first. Gets the out, but the runner does get to third.
The pitcher number 8, Kirsten Kipper.
So a big chance now for the pitcher. Kirsten Kipfer has a chance to get herself some insurance after this chopper to third. A lot of steps ahead to get the throw there, but Kipfer so far yet to get a hit this game. Down the left field line, foul off the screening. 0-1 the count. Runner at third, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. On the 0-1. Umpire shakes it away, 1-1. One and one, fouled away, 1-2. On the 1-2. Kipfer pops it up. Tracked down by Russo in the sunshine. And that is another opportunity that goes for naught. 6 innings complete. No one able to get in the scoring boxes yet. Somebody will if they want to try and win this game here on We Digital. Welcome back to Windsor. It's the top of the 7th. Somebody, anybody, needs to break through if they want to win this ball game. Launchi now up at the plate, starting with the strike, 0-1. DeVries and Russo also due up. The 2 through 4 hitters. And that one too low, 1-1.
I've only ever seen just one or a second.
On the 1-1, way high, 2-1. On the 2-1, skies it up. Shaylin Murphy comes down to track it for a P6. First out.
Right fielder number 15, Riley DeVries.
That brings up the right fielder, Riley DeVries. DeVries hitless today. Bounces away to start, 1-0.
I don't think anybody's ever been stung.
Tight and low, 2-0. On the 2-0. Gets the strike, 2-1. Chopped foul. Chased down by Grondin, but it's still the second strike either way.
She's always been a five-star defensive player. She's turned into an offensive player.
Fouled away. Stays 2-2.
The big thing is it will be consistency. She's had times where she's just stripped the ball off the hide off the ball. So she can be consistent. She's got to hit today.
On the 2-2. Right field, fouled away. Another 2-2. That one rolls down and away, 3-2. On the 3-2, hard contact, right center field, off the wall. DeVries rounds second, trouble in right field with it as the throw comes into Murphy. It is a triple for the Hawks with one out in the top of the 7th.
Third base number 2, Amelia Russo.
Hard contact, a chance to get out. Rare we see home runs to right center. But now it leads to Doug Wiseman having a conference, and we've seen 3 jams in 3 innings from Kipfer. Looks like she will be able to keep the ball. We haven't seen any exchanges there. Russo is due up, and she's 2 for 3 on the ball game with 2 singles. Right now, it's going to be an interesting situation because Russo's done well today. Johnston is expected to do well today, but has had some struggles at the plate, 0 for 2 at the walk.
The trouble with that, though, is that they get a hit and you got 2 or 3 runs. This way, you need 4 back.
And we'll see what this ends up turning into here.
If you
Humber's side has not backed down on the intensity, by the way, this entire time they have been chanting.
Usually because there was the risk of somebody falling, the person sitting there.
Russo at the plate. Popped up last time to the catcher. Fouls it away to start. 0-1.
Oh, okay, get another one over here.
That one tight, misses. 1-1. Foul back. 1-2. On the 1-2. Hit to Kipfer. Play at home, no throw. And Humber is on the board in the 7th. Fielder's choice, RBI on the play, and the Humber Hawks take the lead in the top of the 7th inning. No play to be able to make that center there at catcher, though. And we have a pinch hitter. Michaela Tuck. We haven't seen all game today. Tuck is in. Tuck hasn't had an at-bat this season. Starts off with a strike, 0-1. It's her 4th year with the program. On the 0-1, misses. 1-1. Tuck last season was a .405 hitter in 17 games. Up high, 2-1. On the 2-1. Another one up high, 3-1. And that one misses, a walk.
Second base, number 11, Marley Greer.
That brings up Marley Greer. 6 walks, by the way, today for Kipfer is the count via the score. It has been a game of ups and downs. That one rolls away, but it goes to Kipfer on the ball. Greer, so far 0 for 3. That one low, 2-0. On the 2-0, 3-0. Three and 0 is the count here. And gets a strike. Just about threw it off the batter for a moment. Might have actually went off the bat. On the 3-1, gets a second strike. 3-2. Three and two, right field, out of the reach of Cameron, bounces off the wall. Humber waves in the runner, and the ball doesn't get held on to. So Humber now has another at third base, and they lead by 2. Let's take a look here as Cameron can't get to it. Almost hoped it was a ground rule double, but that allows the advance of Tuck all the way home, and the ball doesn't get held on to on the tag to Greer. So at the plate, Hanfeld. Down low, 1-0. So far, 0 for 2 and a walk. Gets the strike, 1-1. Way high, 2-1. Way high, 3-1.
They announced it on. You guys already had it. Yeah, she was just talking about it. I know. I don't know why.
On deck, LaRonde, as Humber leads 2-0. Murphy trying to get out of the jam, does on the 6-3, but Humber strikes in the 7th. The Humber Hawks, the first to score today. And St. Clair heads to the bottom of the 7th, needing a rally in quick, down by 2. Hansen looks to slam the door on this game as we enter the bottom of the 7th inning. The St. Clair Saints down 2-0. It has been a close one all day, but Humber able to break through for the first time to the scoring box. Judy LaFleur, Brooke Cameron, Nia Jackson due up. Starts off speed. Missing, 1-0. Judy LaFleur, 1 for 2 today. Had a single back in the 2nd. That one in the turf, 2-0. On the 2-0. Gets in the zone, 2-1. Gets the corner, 2-2. On the 2-2. Aim for the top corner this time. Missed. 3-2. On deck, Brooke Cameron. Swing and a miss. Strikes out.
The right fielder, number 7.
And that brings up Brooke Cameron. Two outs left for St. Clair to do something. They need 2 runs to tie, 3 to win. Starts with a strike, 0-1. Got the inside again, 0-2. Got it, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts.
The catcher, number 9, Zanaya.
And St. Clair's down to its final strike. Jackson now is the last hope for St. Clair. Starts with 1 way back. Ball. 1-0. That one launched. 2-0. 2-0. In for the strike, 2-1. On the 2-1. Trying to go bunt with it. Pull back. 3-1. On the 3-1. Got the walk.
Back to the top. Warrior shortstop. Number 28, Shaylin Murphy.
Shaylin Murphy has a chance to be the tying run. She's at the plate. Time called by the umpires here. Hold on. It looks like we're set with Jackson. First pitch, Murphy. Chop to Russo. Throw over to Johnston. Gets the out. And a 5-3 closes it. Your final score, Humber 2, St. Clair 0. As the Hawks get above the 500 mark, they move to 2-1 on the season, while the St. Clair Saints drop to 2-1 with this game. Next up on the docket, the Fanshawe Falcons take the field. They will take on these same Humber Hawks as part of the middle game of this 3-game tilt. For the rest of our crew, I'm Justin Prince saying so long. We'll see you in about 35 minutes here on We Digital.